Hey guys, it's Teflon with Clan DC,
And Biginzz again?
and this is part 2 of the hunting guide slash hunting with Teflon video. If you guys haven't watched part 1, I'll have a link in the description, probably in the bottom left corner, so you guys can go watch part 1. That was basically the introduction on everything, what I'm going to be talking about, and slight information on what I'm doing right now, what's been going on in the past with me grinding mobs and whatnot. But part 2, I'm going to actually start talking about how your skills affect your guns and how it's important to skill up and how you can't really just pick up any gun and use it, how your skills are affected, and what mobs you should probably start hunting as a new player. So to start, the weapon I am using is a first gen electric attack chip 3. Its recommended level is 0. And it does 18 to 36. So this weapon you can actually use at level 0, but a little bit of a heads up, you'll probably be very uneconomical with it. You won't be doing 18 to 36, and you sure won't be doing 24 attacks per minute. I can say this because I've been playing the game and I know, and also I just recently maxed out this weapon myself. When I started doing Mind Force, because this is a Mind Force chip, I started doing pyrokinetic. I was doing basically fire. Fire and acid is pyro. So I wasn't skilled in electric or cryogenic. Electric is pretty self-explanatory. Cryo, if you guys don't know, means cold or ice. So cryo is obviously an ice chip. So I didn't really use those, so I wasn't very skilled. And I did decent damage on this chip, but I just recently maxed out my attacks per minute, which, as you guys can see, is maxed out at probably 11.5, I'd say, is when I maxed out that. No, I'd probably say, yeah, 11.5 is probably when I maxed it out. Maybe 11.25. So, as you guys know, it does take a while to max out your weapon. Different weapons max out at different levels. Just because this says recommended 0 and I maxed it out at level 11 doesn't mean that's the same for all weapons. This is the regen chip, the first gen electric chip 3, so there is a 2 and there is a 1, and they max out at lower levels. Biginzz will tell you with the Apollo, it is a lower level weapon, and he maxed that out, what, you were like level 5 or 6?
5. About 5.
5, yeah. So, as you guys see, you know, there are different levels at which a gun maxes out that do start at recommended level 0. As you skill up, there will be guns that have recommended levels of, such as this gun, 20. I'm not maxed out on this gun personally. I'm almost there. I need like 0.9 more damage added on to my gun, so I'm basically there. After I finish my Cornu, I'll probably be there because the quest gives skills, which I'll probably talk about in probably part 3 when I'm done and I go collect my reward. But Biginzz will tell you he is looking at focusing on BLP, as I remember.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
And he bought a gun that I recommended to him, but he's just not quite there yet on the level. But
it was the Piron PBR7 limited.
Yeah, and you got the pistol too.
Correct.
Yeah.
That is the Piron PBP7.
So you got those, and you can go ahead and talk about it a little bit, how your skills are affected towards it and whatnot.
So for these weapons, hold on, let me pull the stats up. The recommended range BOP damage and sniper were 7, and I'm not quite there yet. I'm 7 on my BLP sniper, but not the damage. I'm level 6 right now. So if I were to look at the stats right now, the damage interval for the maxed out, when you're maxed out on the weapon, is 10.0 to 20.0. Because my damage isn't yet to the point where it needs to be, I'm half on each. So if I were to use this weapon, I'm only getting 5 to 10 damage with like crappy critical ability, crappy hit ability. I mean, it would be unethical to use this weapon because the ammo burn is like almost 3 times more than the rifle I'm using now, and I can hit like, I think it's 4 to 7 or something like that, and it's all maxed out. Crit's 10, hit ability's 10, so really the levels are really, really important in this game. I could use the weapon if I wanted to. I'd do a little bit more damage, but it's just not worth it. I'd be wasting so much money.
Yeah, because as you guys remember, I was telling you before, the gun costs the same to shoot no matter what. So even though he's not maxed out on it, he's still using the whatever ammo
It's like
and
475.
yeah, whatever ammo it costs to use it. It's just he's not doing even the recommended damage he should be doing. He's not even doing. I think he'd probably be doing like maybe 8 to 17 when he's at his recommended level, probably. And then when he's maxed on it, he'll probably be maxed that gun at probably level 11 or 12, and that's when he'll do his 10 to 20 damage. So, as you guys know, it's very important. Because actually, this gun right here is level 20 recommended, but I'm maxed on the hit ability. Yeah, I'm maxed on the hit ability, but I'm not maxed on the damage, and my damage is 24. So I'd say this will max about here, probably 24 and 3/4, maybe 25 at the beginning. So 5 levels above for this one. So I want to say the average is probably 5 levels from recommended to max, but it does vary tremendously as you skill up and whatnot. No, voice crack. But because there's Uber guns and all that, so once you start getting up to the higher levels, oh look at that, was a 7 pedder, just about.
Good shit.
Yeah, I think Mindark's giving me my ped back.
At least it's on the videos.
Yeah. Shoot, I might start streaming all the time now if they're gonna give me my ped back while I'm streaming. Yeah, if you guys didn't watch part 1 and you don't feel like it, I'm also showing you guys sort of like the loot return. And my last hunt was no bueno. I got like 50 to 60% back, and I was not a happy camper. Yeah, it was very bad.
He wasn't happy.
No, I wasn't. It took like a good 30-minute break, and it gave time to, I guess, the bad loot cycle, I guess you can say, to pass. There's very different theories, I should say, on how you hunt. Some people say if you're having a bad time, just hunt through it. You'll get over it. Others people say you should just wait. Some people say it's your avatar and you have to hunt through it. Otherwise, if you don't hunt through it, it's going to stay bad loot until you hunt through it. It varies. What was it, 2 nights ago, I think? I was hunting Cornu and it was pretty late at night. Biginzz had just logged off, and I decided to go on a hunt or 2 more. And I go out, I'd say, with these. I think you guys saw me take 55 ped in ammo, but that's because I'm almost done and I don't need that much. But I was doing, I'd say, about 70 ped runs after decay and everything, probably 85 ped runs. And I was coming back with 120 peds, just in TT. That's not even including markup. Which markup is basically the value at which the item sells on the market. I'll also do a video on that, explaining market and the auction, which is very important because that can actually make or break you in this game. Like this, let's see. I know this harness has markup, so you know this. Oh wait, there we. Okay. This harness has 40.50 ped maximum TT value. But the markup is plus 30, so that means this harness, when it's full TT, because that also comes into play, is worth about 70 ped, even though the TT value is only worth 40. So markup. So let's say, well, this is a tier 2 harness, so it's different. That's tiering and whatnot. But let's say you had this harness, my tier 2, it's worth 70 ped on the market. Some people might pay more, some people won't pay that much. It's just, you know, some people, you guys should know, if you really want something, you don't care how much it costs. Yeah, that's kind of the theory in this game too. You gotta find your market, who you're selling to.
That's very true.
Yep. So, but I will definitely make a video on that one and explain that, because that's actually very helpful and could benefit you greatly in your avatar's life throughout Entropia.
And your happiness with this game.
Yes, very much so.
You TT everything, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugly.
It's ugly.
Ugly.
But this will conclude part 2. Part 3 will probably be towards probably kill a couple more of these. But if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on our latest videos with me and Biginzz here. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you disliked it, dislike it. Comment any suggestions you have, and I will do my best to make a video on that, or answer any questions you have. But I'll catch you guys later on the next video.
See you in a few.